Hello everyone, it's me, Michael, and I'm going to give you guys my feedback video from the recent MAW show that I went to in St. Paul at the Mount Theater 2 weeks ago. I'm going to give you guys three of my favorite matches. But before I give you guys three of my favorite matches of that evening, um, this week has been a very rough week because we lost we lost two people, two people in the wrestling world. We lost Jimmy Rave. If you guys know him from Total Nonstop Action, which is TNA, um, TNA, who wrestled for TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, among many others. Then the Minnesota Indie Pro Wrestling World, we lost yet another wrestling sister. And if you guys don't, follow up on my YouTube channel, you probably heard of Angel Nikki Sin. Um, she passed away this past Monday. Um, I was going to do this feedback video this week, but I was going to do this feedback video last week, but something came up and I was gonna try to do it this week, but with everything was going on this week with Jimmy Rave and Angel Nikki Sin's passing, I am being very brave enough to do this feedback video, and I'll try my best to keep my emotions in check. So, okay, with that being said, let's get on to my favorite matches, shall we? My first favorite match of the evening was the System versus Garrison Creed. That was a great match to see, and it was a great match. I was filming the matches, and the System defeated Garrison Creed. My second favorite match of the evening was the System versus Austin Arrow, and that was also a great match. And now, let's not forget that Austin Arrow was a former MAW champion, as well as Garrison Creed was the very first MAW champion. So, with that being said, the System defeated Austin Arrow. And my final favorite match of the evening was the System versus Craven Knight for the vacated MAW title. Now, this was a great match. It was back and forth. It was a great match. We all thought that Craven Knight was going to win that match. But unfortunately, that damn Sterling Bond had to interfere and attack Craven Knight so that the System pinned Craven Knight to become the new MAW champion. Now, after the match, the MAW commissioner Brian Sager wasn't too pleased. He wasn't too pleased with the system at all. And I can tell, I see a disgust look on his face because he didn't like the way how the system won the title. And plus, he was smoking a cigar in the at the Mounts Theater in the Mounts Theater, and we all know that the Mounts Theater has a no smoking policy for that. So on behalf of that, I apologize for that, for the actions of the system. And we all know, if you guys watch Michael's Corner, that interview I did with Rampage Santana, it was I was interviewing Rampage Santana, and we was talking about how disgusted that Brian Sager was. So I wanted to bring him on Michael's Corner to discuss his thoughts about the disgusting actions of Sterling Bond and the system. And so, sorry that because of the background noise, you can barely hear Brian Sager, but he did said that there's going to be some fines handed out. He says he's going to fine the system from smoking that cigar. And the other one, and the other thing too is he probably is going to fine Sterling Bond for his actions as well. So, and we cannot tolerate that in MAW. And now you're going to hear my thoughts on the system being the new MAW champion. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts right now. I know that the MAW board of directors says that the decisions is final and the system is the new MAW champion, but that doesn't stop me from saying this because this is my feedback video. I will say how I feel whether the board of directors likes it or not. I am very disgusted with the system. He could have won. I'll give him this. I'll give him credit for defeating Craven Knight, Garrison Creed, and Austin Errol all in one night. I'll give him that. But I will not give credit to him is how he won the MAW title. I am very disgusted by his actions. He the one that did this. He the one that did this. And let me tell you something. That reign ain't gonna last very long. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. And this is how you're gonna play your game system. Is this really, really how you want to play games, by your cronies interfering in matches so you can win? Let me tell you something, motherfucker. You are spitting in the face of every wrestler who has been MAW champion. You spat in the face of Garrison Creed, Heavy Metal Lord, Austin Errol. You have spit in the face of everyone. And I'm not going to forgive you for that. Now, I don't care who watches this video, but let me tell you something, motherfucker. You're going to lose that title. And I'm going to seek to it. Now, I don't give a fuck when the next MAW show is. I'm filming that match, and I'm going to watch you lose that title. Now, this is my feedback video. I'm going to say wherever I damn well please. I don't care who I piss off. But system, you make me sick. And I'm going to make sure that you're losing that title. I don't care who he is. You're going to lose that title to a good wrestler. I'm not going to name names, but let me tell you something. Your day's coming. And I'm going to tell you something. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be about a better wrestler. And let me tell you something. He's probably one of my good friends. And I'm going to make sure you lose that title to a very good friend of mine. And I've known him for almost 11 years. Watch me.